complex heroes are often hard to use and requires a lot of practice. GD or Green Dragon is an ADC who can initiate the battle using his third skill. He can have multiple roles in a match depending on his item build. He is a product of the Watchtower and he is the second successful specimen of the Ancient Beast project. Now let's go ahead and talk about his profile. His name is Green Dragon, his height is 189 centimeters, his ID is a product of Watchtowers, his Japanese voice is Rikiya Koyama, and his Chinese voice is Liu Zhao-kun. Other than this information, his weight, birthday, and race is not mentioned like the other Asian beasts. However, in his story or lore, there is something written like he is a draglet. So I guess he is from the dragon race. Another thing to take note is that Rikiya Koyama is the voice actor for Mamoru Takamura in Hajime no Ippo, Yamato in Naruto, Gin in Hunter x Hunter, and other characters. Yes, just like what you can see here in the picture. Should I say Hunter x Hunter or Hunter x Hunter? Going back to his lore, GD is an assassin even before he became one of the test subjects of the Watchtower. In other words, he is a hard killer. Unlike the other three Asian beasts, he receives the message by accident while on a mission and decided to seek the Watchtower. Fortunately for him, the Watchtower like people like him because they are loyal to their clients. During his transplant, he remained silent and endured the rejection and destruction of his own body. So he has high pain tolerance, I guess? He believes that all life, including his own, was nothing but dirt. So he is really a hardcore assassin. This belief of his also reflected everything that he did. Because he's a killer. His body was also destroyed during the transplant, so at least 40% of his body, which is why some of the body parts that we can see on his character design are mechanical parts. Unlike Susaku, who has no rejection from the Scarlet Bird, GD has a high compatibility but it is being rejected by the Ancient Beasts. So during the animation, if you see his character, you will see that his, his tail is injecting something to him to be able to control the Ancient Beast. Now let's go ahead and talk about the skills of GD or Green Dragon. His passive skill is called Jade Dragon. After using a skill, his next attack will fire a piercing shot. Enemies hit by the skill will be implanted with a parasite. Once 4 stack of parasite is reached, it will give Green Dragon a shield worth 120 plus 60% physical bonus and 60% spell bonus. It also helps him recover 30 energy. For every 100 points of mana provided by Green Dragon's gear, his max energy increases by 3 points. The skill lasts for 5 seconds and has no cooldown. His first active skill is called Scale Stab. GD unleashes a roundhouse kick and shoots out dragon skills, dealing damage with a 30% slow for 1 second and 0.4 stun to close range targets. The skill is a physical and spell-based damage, meaning that it deals physical damage and spell damage. The physical damage deals 100 at level 1 and 200 at level 6, while the spell damage deals 270 at level 1 and 520 damage at level 6. His second skill is called Green Grenade. GD throws a hand grenade and rolls a short distance. The hand grenade explodes after a delay and adds 2 stacks of parasite to the enemy heroes hit by the skill. The physical damage deals 120 at level 1 and 220 at level 6, while the spell damage deals 320 at level 1 and 620 at level 6. His final skill is called Dragon Leap. GD dashes to a specified location and deals damage to enemies hit in his path. The longer you charge, the higher the damage. but his mana will also be depleted the longer you charge. The physical damage deals 50 at level 1 and 95 at level 4, while the spell damage deals 120 at level 1 and 240 at level 4. Once awakened, killing an enemy hero restores 30 energy. Jade is one of the best ADCs out there, but he is not a good choice for newbies. He is very complex and weak in early game if you don't know how to use him properly. However, since the skill of Jade is based on physical and spell damage, it means that you can build him in different ways. That is the advantage you have. He can be an assassin, AP, and an ADC. You can also change builds depending on the situation. However, I would suggest to use his third gear. You know, the third gear section on his prepare icon, because you can deal a high amount of damage to an enemy and you can burst them and kill them quickly. Green Dragon is also not easy to kill because he can escape continuously using his third skill. Yes, the mana depletes, but at the same time it regenerates, and he can go through walls, you know, the walls. Jade is also really deadly if there is a Kasi on his side, because it's really hard to kill him if there is a Kasi, since Kasi provides a good amount of shield and a good amount of damage and slow. Well, the point is, Jade is a good unit to have, especially once you mastered him. He's not a normal ADC like the other characters, which makes him really fun to use. Hey guys, thank you for watching our Hero Spotlight for today. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more hero reviews. So, see you next week for the next Hero Spotlight. So, have a good time gaming.